Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to the Wrestling Wrap Up. I am your host, the Megastar Austin Savage. This is episode 4 of the Wrestling Wrap Up, and I'd like to start this week by talking about TNA Impact this past Thursday. Is it just me, or are they not really leading up to lockdown all that much? I mean, not leading up, of course they're leading up to it, but the build up, it's not what, it should be. The Angle Jarrett crap is gonna die down, hopefully, at the pay-per-view. Probably in a bloody mess, one way or the other. Probably both of them will get bloody. The triple threat match for the world title. Looks good, they're building it up, fairly well. I think it's overkill every week having them do something over the top. Fortune and Immortal in Lethal Lockdown. To me, this match looks good. Of course, everybody knows that Lethal Lockdown is the main event of the show. Preceding it will probably be the world title match. My next topic is the overuse or overexposure of Hogan, Bischoff, and Flair. I believe Hogan was on the show Thursday 4 times because he was on at the end there. That's too much. Him and Bischoff were brought in to run TNA, not be talents on air. And I understand they have to come out and make matches and everything because they're heels, and, that's what they did with the NWO. But this isn't the late 90s, guys. You don't need to be on TV every 10 minutes. Sort of like that other company with the hustle, loyalty, respect guy. More on him later in the show. Flair, to me, and I'm a huge Flair fan, but he's tarnishing his legacy by continuing to step in the ring. From a viewer, Chris, down in Florida, he wanted to know what match I'm looking forward to at the pay-per-view. And I have to say that it's the Escape match, because it's the X Division. I'm a huge X Division fan, and I think it's going to be a good show. My next topic is sports entertainment versus pro wrestling. And yes, fans, there is a difference between the two things. WWE has officially changed its name from World Wrestling Entertainment to just plain old WWE with nothing behind the letters. Vince, I don't say this a lot, but this is a good move. And hey, Dixie, while you're at it, jump on that bandwagon and take wrestling out of TNA Wrestling. Leave the pro wrestling to the stars of Ring of Honor. WWE and TNA are not wrestling companies. WWE hasn't been a wrestling company since the Attitude Era, in my opinion. And TNA started as a wrestling company, but then they bring in Hogan and Bischoff. First thing Hogan does is gets rid of the six-sided ring, which is what separated TNA from every other company in the United States. They bring back the squared circle. They go traditional, and thus taking away what made TNA special to the wrestling business. So now, Hulk, you got TNA, a sports entertainment company, just like Vince and the WWE. You don't work for them anymore, Hulk. Well, I don't think you do. You might be trying to destroy TNA. I don't know. You did a good job in WCW between you, Russo, and Bischoff. Alright, before I get into the final topic of my show, well, of my notes anyways, I want to give a shout out to one of my viewers, Angie Hagen. She wanted me to comment on John Cena being so hot and sexy, or cute, I believe is the word you used. First off, before I give you my reply, I want to say thank you, Angie, for watching the show. I really appreciate all the support I get from my viewers. In response to your message, I want to say that you've helped me prove my point. And your comment was one of the driving forces of this post. John Cena is cute, he's hot, he's sexy, he sells a ton of merchandise, and all the little boys and girls love him. But that's just it. He's there to entertain you, he's not a wrestler. John Cena will never be able to claim to be a pro wrestler, and we all know this. And he's over with the tween generation, and he sells a lot of t-shirts, and he's got everybody making signs and doing the "you can't see me" crap. But you know what? Most fans hate John Cena. Do you know why that is? Because the WWE crams him down our throats week in and week out. He's always in the big matches, and for some reason he's always in the title picture whether he needs to be there or not. The WWE could have the next Hulk Hogan on their hands. No, Marks, I'm not talking about John Cena. I'm talking about a guy named C.M. Punk. Think about it. Before you start blowing up my email with all your hating emails about Punk. He's straight edge. He doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink, and he doesn't do drugs. Sound familiar? Go back to the 80s. The Hogan mantra. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and believe in yourself. Sound familiar? Yeah, Vince, if you're listening, or anybody from the WWE, get on the Punk bandwagon, because this is the guy that you want going to the schools, talking to the kids, telling them to make the right choices in life. Not John Cena, who believes in hustle, loyalty, and respect. And I understand he means hustle, meaning work hard. But the word hustle can be taken many, many different ways. Not always in a good way either. And that brings me to my final note here. I believe it was on WrestleZone.com, one of the forums, which, by the way, WrestleZone.com forum guys, thanks for this, I appreciate it. WrestleZone.com for all your wrestling news, updates, spoilers. It's a great site. Should past accomplishments be acknowledged once you change companies, or in many cases when you join the WWE? And I will use Punk as an example here. When Punk signed his WWE developmental deal, he was the reigning Ring of Honor World Champion, which, by the way, does have world title recognition by Pro Wrestling Illustrated. He came into the WWE, and, he did the whole, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, my only addiction is competition, my only addiction is wrestling. If WWE would have put out there, that he's a former world champion, and he's come to the WWE to ply his trade, to try to get to that next level, I think it would have helped get him over even more. I mean, let's face it, fans loved Punk when he debuted on TV. WWE, back when they were the WWF in the early 90s, acknowledged Ric Flair's successes. Granted, he's Ric Flair. And no, before you get on your high horses, I'm not comparing Ric Flair to CM Punk. Flair wishes he was just that good. I'm kidding. Relax. And, they mentioned all his NWA title reigns. Probably because he was Ric Flair. TNA, they acknowledged Kurt Angle, all of his success. Both his amateur world titles and his WWE titles. They call him, a 14-time world champion? ROH acknowledges all of their wrestlers' past successes. At Honor Takes Center Stage, Night 1, when Wrestling's Greatest Tag Team, Haas and Benjamin, won the ROH World Tag Team titles, the announce team made a point to mention several times that it had been 7 years since Haas and Benjamin were Tag Team Champions. Because everybody knows 7 years ago they were in the WWE. Why does the WWE not acknowledge past successes? It's a marketing tool. Like I said, so-and-so, Punk was a former world champion. R-Truth is a former NWA champion 2 times. You can use it as a marketing tool. Like I said, oh, Punk was the ROH World Champion. Now he's come to the WWE to ply his trade and to try to get to that next level. It just makes sense, guys. Really, it does. Alright, those are the end of my notes. Now I want to get to some of you viewers. Wrestling Wrap Up at yahoo.com The email I have set up just for this show gets 300 emails a week. Mostly from haters. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say it to you guys that don't like the show. If you don't like it, don't watch it. There are thousands of other people that do shows. Watch their shows. For people that like my show, Chris in Cincinnati, thanks for watching. Email me. Send me a topic. I'll talk about anything you guys want. Sherry in Skowhegan, I'm glad you like the show. Eric in Orlando, so you don't like the show. You don't like the boas or the sequin shirt. Don't watch it. Megastar Austin Savage is the character I played for 20 years in my wrestling career. That's where I got the boas and the sequin shirt, and this right here is the WCCWA World Title Belt, or Heavyweight Title Belt. I won't call it a World Championship. I refuse to during my 20-year career. I have these things here to promote myself, to promote my show. Like I said, for the viewers that don't like it, don't watch it. Angie, I'm glad you like the show. Sherry, I'm glad you like the show. Sherry's from Texas. Carla from Santa Monica, you like the show. You like my charisma. Thank you. Continue to watch the show. I will try really hard to make this show entertaining for you guys. And for all you haters, say you hate me, but give me an idea of what would make the show better. Let's be productive in the emails. Okay? I'm going to wrap it up this week. It's Sunday night, so I'll probably do a video early Tuesday after watching Raw. And from now on, this is the way I'm going to end the show, guys. After I give you all the contact info. WrestlingWrapUp@yahoo.com is the email. Send an email, comment on the YouTube page, which you'll all send me angry emails, but never send me a comment on YouTube. I don't get it. Follow me at ProudToBeStraightEdge on Twitter. And this is how I'm going to end the show from now on, guys. There are a lot of stars in this business. There are very few superstars. And there is only one megastar. And you're watching his YouTube show right now. I'll catch you guys next week.